Kloiban with NFL Network now on the Westwood One Radio Network. Deshaun Watson will soon learn if he'll be able to play this season. The NFL and the Browns quarterback are meeting today with an independent disciplinary officer to discuss if he should face punishment after being sued by 24 women for alleged sexual misconduct. NFL Network insider Ian Rappaport reports the league will seek a suspension of at least 1 year, while the players' union will seek a shorter term on discipline. Watson's former team now facing legal issues as well. The lawyer representing the quarterback's alleged victims sued the Houston Texans Monday, claiming they, quote, knew or should have known of Watson's conduct. And the NFL has lost a legend. Marlon Briscoe, who became the first black starting quarterback in the Super Bowl era, has died. After playing quarterback in Denver in 1968, Briscoe switched to wide receiver and made the Pro Bowl for the Bills before going to Miami and helping the Dolphins win 2 Super Bowl titles. Marlon Briscoe was 76 years old. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
All right, where are we going for breakfast?
I kind of want a breakfast quesadilla.
Oh, I didn't know they were doing quesadillas for breakfast these days.
Well, Taco Bell is.
Wow, I had no idea.
Yeah, they have this Bell breakfast box now that comes with this breakfast quesadilla that's super cheesy and a hash brown.
Okay, I wish I knew about this earlier.
And it has cinnamon delights and a coffee in it.
Why did I not know about this earlier?
Try the new $5 Bell breakfast box, only at Taco Bell. At participating U.S. Taco Bell locations during breakfast hours only, 7 to 11 a.m. for a limited time. Contact local store for prices and participation when fair. Tax extra. Drinks, food freezes.
For everything you need to head back to school at prices that won't hold you back, Staples has you covered.
I need it all. Notebooks, folders, crayons, and a unicorn backpack.
Staples has you covered.
Everything on my list, in stock and price low.
Staples has you covered with everything your student needs for school. This week, Staples comp books and poly folders are just 50 cents each, plus 1-inch binders are only $1.99. Don't send your kids back to school, send them forward at Staples, the working and learning store. N72, in-store only, limit 30.
Last I checked, it's a Tuesday morning. It is the 28th day of June, 2022. Almost done with the month, Gene.
Almost.
Yeah.
Almost.
Getting close. And I don't know, I suppose kind of missing 10 days in COVID jail, the month just flew by.
That's right. You were serving your time.
Ah, yes. Yeah.
And you got out on good behavior.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I'll go with that.
You would have had to been in there 20 days otherwise.
Ah, yes. We've got birthdays to celebrate and a few other things that we can talk about. In the news from Hollywood, yes, convicted felon Lori Loughlin is back in the public eye. Yes. It seems the actress recently attended her very first red carpet event since the college admission scandal in 2019. When, AM 1230 asked what she was going to wear to the red carpet event,
What did she say?
She said the standard issue orange jumpsuit with the number 244546 across the back.
And let's see, would that be a county jail or would that
be a state? She did time in a Fed pen.
Fed pen, okay.
Yes. Okay. And, I'm sure she will be rehabilitated just like Martha Stewart has.
And she's done well. She was a model prisoner, I understand.
Oh, yes. Yes. Oh, well. Are you ready for birthdays?
Birthdays, yeah.
Okay. One of my most favorite television and particularly movie actors, producers, directors, comedian, Mel Brooks is 96 years old today.
Holy underwear! Sheriff murdered! Innocent women and children blown to bits! We've got to protect our phony baloney job, gentlemen. We must do something about this immediately! Harumph.
Okay, that's Mel from Blazing Saddles.
Yes.
Yes. Yes, and I always picture the campfire scene.
Yes.
From Blazing Saddles.
Probably the most remembered.
That and Alex Karras as Mongo slugging the horse.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that was good.
Okay,
Still is.
Comedian John Viner is 85. He does some remarkable impressions. Bass player Dave Knights of Procol Harum, 77. Actor Bruce Davison, 76. Actor Kathy Bates, 74. Actor Alice Krieg is 68. Actor Jessica Hecht is 57. Actor Mary Stuart Masterson, 56. Actor John Cusack, 56. Actor Gil Bellows, 55. Actor Tachina Arnold is 53. Actor Steve Burton, 52. Singer and former American Idol contestant Kelly Pickler is 36. Vocal birthdays coming up. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
What if the music stopped? If the familiar voices were silenced? If there were no breaking news updates? What if your companion and connection to your community came with a monthly fee? Don't worry, we're free local radio with you wherever you go, celebrating 100 years and looking forward to the next 100. We are broadcasters. Text radio to 52886 and let Congress know you depend on your local TV and radio stations. This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
We have happy birthday wishes going out today to Mark Burnson, Robert Amaya, Jose Rodriguez, Sylvia Estrada, Charles Medina, Joel Cruz, Martha Ramirez, Kyla Mohammed, Lisa Brown, Donald Ross, Esperanza Larios, Jayla Cordova, Joanne Green, Priscilla Beltran, Jose Montana, Larry Hill, Lauren Silva, Mitch Molina, Norma Rendon, Petra Ramirez, Richard Gustafson, Tony Canaris, and Jorge Montañez. Happy birthday from KXO.
Happy birthday.
Okay.
Hey, you got an answer. I've got a question.
Okay.
Now, are there 2 ball games coming up before the season's over in San Diego that are they're dedicated to the city of El Centro?
Just the one, and the tickets are all sold out.
Okay, well, I thought there was another one.
Yeah, they had one earlier.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, shoot, this thing sold out, I think, in a day.
Pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's the Padres and the Dodgers, in September? Yeah. So
in September.
You can go to the game, but not through the City of El Centro plan. So, and, everybody could sit together there.
Yeah.
If you really wanted to.
If you really wanted to, you can do that.
Well, there's a new Wall Street Journal survey of economists that puts the chance of a recession in the U.S. at 44%. Now, think about this. It's a no-win for the economist, okay? If an economist predicts a recession and is right, they'll probably lose their job because of the economic downturn. If they predict a recession and they're wrong, well, they'll lose their job for being wrong. So
yeah, plain and simple.
Yeah, kind of puts you in a rock and a hard spot.
Yes, sirree.
Okay. We've got news and other good stuff. Are you ready?
I'm ready. We got plenty of news this morning, as you say.
Okay. We're going to jump in with a look at world and California news headlines right now, brought to you by Lock Air Conditioning, your year-round comfort specialist. For sales, for service, call the experts. Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal.
CBS News Brief. A top 8 in the Trump White House scheduled to testify at lawmakers' surprise hearing today in their January 6th investigation. CBS's Scott McFarland says Cassidy Hutchinson was a member of the former president's inner circle.
Hutchinson is heard telling the committee in her deposition that Republican members of Congress were seeking, in some cases, pardons after January 6th.
A hospital in San Antonio confirms 2 more migrants have died after nearly 50 bodies were found inside the back of an airtight semi-truck. Ken's TV's Matt Houston.
We know that 3 people are in custody that police believe are connected to all of this. Chief William McManus with San Antonio Police tells us he believes there could be more people out in the woods.
NTSB investigators expected to arrive at the site of a deadly Amtrak crash in rural Missouri in about a half an hour.
Hang in there, hon.
3 people were killed when the train hit a dump truck, derailed, and flipped. CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer and get special pricing on cooling and heating tune-ups all year long. Call today to become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock VIPs receive discounted service and maintenance, discounted repairs, and priority service with prompt service. Lock Air Conditioning is your local York dealer, but they repair it all. So when the need arises, don't hesitate to call Lock Air Conditioning at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock, the only name in air conditioning for over 40 years. York, install with confidence. Contractor's license number 696216.
California headline news. On the ballot in November, Californians will get to vote on whether to make abortion rights protected under the state constitution.
As someone who has had an abortion and who's had to make that decision, I was able to make that decision on my own terms, and that's fundamentally what this is about.
State Assembly member Buffy Wicks, the state assembly passing the measure Monday, sending it to a vote of the people. Supporters hoping that it protects abortion rights, even if those rights are ever banned nationally. An Amtrak train headed from L.A. to Chicago crashes into a dump truck at a public crossing in Mendon, Missouri, leaving at least 2 dead and dozens hurt. Former NTSB safety engineer Russell Quimby says the train probably didn't have the ability to stop, even if the crew saw the truck ahead of time.
Amtrak, and particularly the trains, cannot generally stop if someone's in front of them within their sight distance, even if it's a long sight distance, as in this accident.
Triple-digit heat again in areas like Sacramento, Fresno, Bakersfield, Palm Springs, and El Centro. Jeff Scott, California News.
World in California News headlines brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning. For all your air conditioning and sheet metal needs, call Lock Air Conditioning today.
At Lowe's, every pro is an MVP to us. It doesn't matter how big or small your business is. If you're a plumber, roofer, electrician, or remodeler, your business earns back when you spend, gets exclusive offers, and paint rewards. It all adds up to help drive your business. Join Lowe's MVP's Pro Rewards and Partnership Program today. Minimum purchase required. Earnings and paint rewards awarded as Lowe's e-gift cards. Exclusions, restrictions, and more terms apply. Valid through 12/31/22. See Lowe's.com/L/Pro Loyalty Terms. Subject to change. U.S. only.
If you came across someone struggling with hunger, how would you recognize them? Would you notice the 16-year-old boy who got his first job?
Not for extra spending money, but to help feed his little sisters?
Or a mother who's in between jobs and sometimes goes to bed hungry so her kids can have dinner? I am the 1 in 8 Americans who struggle with hunger. I am hunger in America.
Hunger can be hard to recognize. Learn why at IamHungerInAmerica.org. Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
It's page 1 of the local news, page 1 of service of El Centro Motors Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. 3 locations to serve you at El Centro Motors, at the Imperial Valley Mall, and in the Brawley Auto Center, Highway 86 and Julia Drive.
Taking a look at the latest in local news for a Tuesday morning. County Board faces a lengthy agenda. George Gale has more.
County Board of Supervisors meet this morning, returning to their regular schedule after being off for the holiday last week. Public portion of the meeting will begin with presentations. Resolution will be approved honoring Elva M. Quesada for her 15 years of dedicated service to the county. Miriam Torales will be recognized as the May Employee of the Month. The board will hold employee milestone recognitions for June, and they will recognize the retiree of the month for the month of June. The Public Health Department will deliver a COVID-19 presentation, an update on the pandemic. Air Pollution Control District Officer will make a presentation on the 7th Annual Lawn Equipment Exchange Program. Public Works Director will discuss filling several positions. Human Resources and Risk Management also has several issues on the agenda. Supervisors will be asked to approve recommendations to balance the new county budget, and they'll be asked to begin budget hearings on August 23rd. Supervisors meet in the board chambers at the Administration Center on Main Street in El Centro. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
The Imperial Irrigation District Board will hold a special meeting. Here's more on that story. The meeting is scheduled to start at 4 p.m. in the IID Auditorium on Broadway in El Centro. The only item on the agenda for the special meeting is an action item to adopt a position on AB 361 the lithium extraction excise tax. The meeting is open to the public. KXO News Time coming up to 7:43.
Hey, Brawley, and the entire North End. Maybe you heard that a local tire shop and service center has recently closed. I thought you ought to know. El Centro Motors Quick Lane Tire and Auto Center is stepping up. They're here with everything you need. You'll find qualified senior techs with the knowledge and experience to treat you and your car right. There's everything you need. Lube, oil, and filter change. The best price on tires guaranteed. Auto air conditioning and cooling system service. El Centro Motors Quick Lane Tire and Auto Center. In the Brawley Auto Center, Highway 86 and Julia Drive. And of course, at El Centro Motors and the Imperial Valley Mall.
Well, a vehicle rolls over on Highway 78. George Gale explained.
It happened at around 8:30 Monday morning. California Highway Patrol says the incident happened about 7 miles east of the Ted Kemp Road. Vehicle reportedly landed on its roof, trapping one individual inside. Border Patrol and AMR ambulance also responded to the single vehicle incident. The Highway Patrol says the trapped person was extricated. They said they would seek their own medical attention. The cause of the incident is under investigation. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
And that concludes this edition of Local News. Stay with us for Page 2.
Page 1 of the local news, a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers with 3 locations to serve you. Quick Lane, they service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment.
Hey, bargain shoppers, did you know there's a brand new grocery outlet in your area? At the new grocery outlet in Brawley, you can cut your grocery bill in half with their other rolly deals on brand name items. Come find amazing deals on fresh produce, meat, dairy, and wine. That's fresh finds on every aisle. These are actually everyday savings on incredible name brand groceries you know and love. It's no wonder all customers end up feeling such bliss at Grocery Outlet Bargain Market. Now open at 315 Pownell Drive in Brawley. See you there.
Grocery Outlet Bargain Market.
It's Page 2 of the local news and weather, all brought to you by the Town Pump in Westmoreland, open Tuesday through Saturday at 4:30. And by Brownie's Diner in Brawley, they're open every day, 7 a.m. till 3 p.m.
Continuing with more local news, a trailer overturns and blocks the highway. Here's more on that story.
It was reported at just after 8 Monday morning. California Highway Patrol says a semi pulling 2 trailers loaded with hay. It was northbound on Snyder Road, just north of Highway 115. One of the trailers overturned. Trailer ended up on its side with hay all over the roadway. CHP says Snyder Road was completely blocked. Semi-tractor and the other trailer remained upright. No injuries were reported. The owner sent a crew to clean up the roadway. Highway Patrol is investigating that incident. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
In other local news, the Imperial County Register of Voters has released the unofficial final results from the June 7th, 2022 primary election. The race for IID Division 1 seat shows incumbent Alex Cardenas defeating challenger Andrew Arvalo by 59 votes. That's 1,952 to 1,893. IID Division 3 will be on the November ballot with Gina Dockstetter and Don Campbell in a runoff. Dockstetter garnered 41.46% of the vote, Campbell 22.14% to narrowly outpace Ramon Castro with 21.79%. Karen Eugenio has unseated Norma Sierra Galindo for the IID Division 5 seat. The Imperial County Board of Supervisors 5th district race will be decided in November. John Hawk has 48.31% of the vote to incumbent Ray Castillo with 33.38%. Carlos Zaragoza ended up with 18.31%. Jesus Eduardo Escobar will retain his seat representing the Board of Supervisors Division 1. Escobar picked up 53.14% of the votes to defeat two challengers. The contest for district attorney will go to the November ballot. Mario Vela got over 33% and George Marquez got over 28%. Robert Minville has been reelected assessor, defeating Ricardo Avila. Chuck Story defeated Jacob Nicholas Rodriguez to remain county clerk recorder. Fred Miramontes will be the next sheriff. He defeated Hilton Smith. Judge Jeffrey Jones defeated challenger Kevin T. Marisol Kelly. 12,809 votes for Jones, 5,849 for Kevin. Measure A for the Imperial Unified School District failed to get the needed 55% yes votes. The El Centro Elementary School District Measure Y was defeated. Measure W and Z for Westmoreland schools passed. Measure V on whether the Imperial City Clerk should be appointed or elected is deadlocked with the vote 1,257 yes, 1,257 no. Assemblyman Eduardo Garcia will be in a runoff against Ian Weeks in November. The Democrat incumbent, Garcia, carried Imperial County, but Republican challenger Weeks carried Riverside County, with neither candidate earning the necessary 50% plus one to win outright. In other news, COVID-19 update is expected today. Here's more on that story.
The numbers indicate COVID has not gone anywhere. In fact, health officials say the virus appears to be surging once again. Severity of the virus, however, appears to be much improved, much less than it was. They say that is a result of increased vaccinations and boosters. At last report, active cases were at 625. Deaths resulting from the virus were steady at 941. Center for Disease Control and Prevention says of the active cases, 15 are hospitalized. They say 3.3% of the intensive care unit beds are in use in the Imperial County. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
We'll be back with a look at the weather.
When you're ready for great home-style cooking, there are two locations for the best in the Imperial Valley. Brownie's Diner, 990 Main Street in Brawley. Open 7 days a week, 7 a.m. to 3 p.m., featuring delicious breakfast and lunch entrees, including menudo, liver and onions, and meatloaf. The Town Pump in Westmoreland is open Tuesday through Saturday at 4:30 p.m., specializing in delicious prime rib, steaks, chicken, salmon, and lobster. So for a great dining experience, visit Brownie's Diner, 990 Main Street in Brawley, and the Town Pump in Westmoreland.
Here's Carroll Buckley with the weather update.
The National Weather Service says an uptrend is expected tomorrow, mainly east of the lower Colorado River Valley. This will be followed by a downtrend Thursday, with storms being primarily limited to the higher terrain of south central Arizona through Monday. High temperatures will be 2 to 4 degrees above normal through Wednesday, with the Imperial and Yuma valleys reaching 110 degrees. Anticipate a few degrees cooling Thursday, with little change through Monday. 104 the high yesterday, 80 our overnight low. Sunny and hot today with a high near 110. Southeast wind about 5 miles an hour. Mostly clear tonight with a low around 86. West-southwest wind 5 to 10 miles an hour, gusting up to 20 miles an hour. Wednesday, sunny and hot with a high near 110. South-southeast wind 5 to 10 miles an hour, then becoming west. 90 degrees downtown, 43% relative humidity. Wind out of the southeast 5 to 7 miles an hour. Page 2 of the local news and the weather brought to you by Brownie's Diner in Brawley, open every day. And by the Town Pump in Westmoreland, Imperial Valley's fine dining dining experience.
In America, the future belongs to everyone. So we've built the SUVs of the future for everyone. Like the Ford Explorer, with available intelligent four-wheel drive with terrain management system. The Escape, with available all-wheel drive with selectable drive modes. And the Edge, with Ford Copilot 360 technology to keep you in control. Because the SUVs of the future aren't built for a few. They're built for America. We want your trade. Now get 0% financing for 72 months, plus $3,000 bonus cash on a 2022 Ford Edge SUV. Only at your San Diego County Ford dealers and buyfordnow.com. Not all buyers will qualify for Ford credit financing. 0% for 72 months at $1,389 per month for $1,000 financed regardless of down payment. Residency restrictions apply. Offers end 7/5/2022. See dealer for qualifications and complete details.
It's Sports Time, brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, an affiliate of the Scripps Health Network, working together to provide you the best care. Major League Baseball, Yankees came back again. They beat the Athletics 9-5. Nationals edged the Pirates 3-2. Blue Jays beat the Red Sox 7-2. Twins topped the Guardians 11-1. Cardinals shut out the Marlins 9-0. Rangers over the Royals 10-4. It was the Rockies dumping the Dodgers 4-0. Angels slipped by the White Sox 4-3, and the Orioles over the Mariners 9-2. Meanwhile, Angels interim manager Phil Nevin was suspended 10 games, and Seattle Mariners outfielder Jess Winker received a 7-game ban for their roles in a benches-clearing brawl during the second inning of Sunday's game. Other suspensions handed out. Elsewhere in Major League Baseball, Sergio Romo, a Brawley native who was released by the Seattle Mariners last week, is back in baseball. Romo signed a major league contract with the Toronto Blue Jays, hoping to bolster their injury-depleted bullpen.
Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, ready to serve you and your family for all your healthcare needs. Let our team of dedicated physicians guide you on your journey to better health. Pioneers is a recognized leader in healthcare and has more than 10 health centers and clinics throughout the Imperial Valley. When the need arises, don't hesitate to come and see us. We have services and locations in Calexico and Brawley, and of course, our award-winning hospital, Pioneers Memorial. For more information on all of Pioneer's services, visit pmhd.org today.
Well, Kyrie Irving is opting in to his $36.5 million option with the Brooklyn Nets for next season. Means he's going to stay there and not go to the Lakers. He's not old enough to play for the Lakers. Yeah, he's only 30. And Matthew Wolff, whose meteoric rise at the start of his PGA Tour career was as surprising as his struggles in recent months, is the latest player to defect to the Live Golf Invitational Series. And that's it for Sports Time. Sports Time brought to you this morning by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District. Log on to pmhd.org for more information about Pioneers.
Join KXO AM 1230 as we celebrate the 4th of July.
Happy Independence Day.
Let freedom ring, our way of saying happy birthday, USA.
Happy birthday, America.
Let freedom ring. Will be heard from noon till 6 on Sunday, July 3rd, and again on Monday, July 4th from 4 till 10 p.m. Let freedom ring is brought to you by
Ayton Express, Imperial Valley Resource Management Agency, Masters Construction, the Kiwanis Club of El Centro, and Burgers and Beer.
It's financial news and weather brought to you by Southwest Security, a locally owned company protecting you and your property. Southwest Security also offering live scan fingerprinting to the public. Retailers typically want their sales numbers to be red hot, not their customers, but Bed Bath & Beyond is reportedly dealing with cooled momentum and heated customers at its stores. A new report from Bank of America claims that the company has cut air conditioning in an effort to quickly lower expenses to make up for a slump in sales. Meanwhile, Europe and the United States have barred the import of Russian oil to cut off a crucial revenue source for the Kremlin, but the plan to pile pain on President Vladimir Putin, forcing him to reconsider his war in Ukraine, hasn't worked. Russia's government is making just as much money from energy exports as it was before the invasion. Meanwhile, inflation is surging globally, adding to political pressure on heads of state such as Joe Biden, British Prime Minister Boris Johnson, and French President Emmanuel Macron. Well, taking a look at Wall Street right now, kind of a mixed blend. The Dow up 86 points, the S&P 500 neutral, the NASDAQ off 68 points, gold down $4.20 an ounce. Oil, yeah, you guessed it, it's up 21 cents a barrel.
Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. I've been providing private security locally for more than 20 years and have owned Southwest Security for more than 6.5 years. I'm proud to announce that we have over 250 employees working here in Imperial and Coachella Valley. Last year, I opened Southwest Postal, offering you 24-hour access 365 days a year. P.O. Box service to you. Also located at Southwest Security at the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro. If you're in the need for security services, please call us at Southwest Security at 760-970-4500. That's 970-4500.
It will be sunny and hot today with a high near 110, southeast wind about 5 miles an hour. Mostly clear tonight with a low around 86, west-southwest wind 5 to 10 miles an hour, gusting up to 20 miles an hour. Sunny and hot again on Wednesday with a high near 110, south-southeast wind 5 to 10 miles an hour, becoming west. Looking ahead through the Independence Day weekend, it's going to stay sunny and hot. No surprise. Right now downtown, we have 91 degrees, 42% our relative humidity. Wind out of the southeast at 5 to 7 miles an hour. Financial news and the weather brought to you by Southwest Security Services, offering 24-hour-a-day post office boxes at Southwest Postal, 4th and Heil in El Centro.
At Burgers and Beer, our customers are like family. Let's hear what a few of them have to say about us.
They have great weekday specials.
I like the friendly environment, the friendly staff, the cold beer, and the best wings in town.
Burgers and Beer, what I like about Burgers and Beer, the menu, everything on the menu is great. I'm working my way through the menu. My favorite thing right now is the grilled tuna chipotle sandwich. That's what I had yesterday, and it was delicious.
So come and see us and find out for yourself at Burgers and Beer.
The best oldies on the radio. KXO El Centro on AM 1230. KXO.
CBS News brought to you by the Imperial Valley Food Bank, fighting hunger in Imperial County since 1991.
This is CBS News. Gale.
I'm Steve Kathan. There's new attention on the House panel investigating the insurrection. A hearing 2 hours away with a witness who was a Trump White House insider, Cassidy Hutchinson.
She was a top aide to former President Trump's chief of staff, Mark Meadows. And according to committee court filings reviewed by CBS News, she was in the room for some key meetings in those key days before January 6th.
That's CBS's Scott McFarlane on Capitol Hill. In New York, CBS's Jerika Duncan is covering a sentencing hearing for the woman who was linked for so long to the late sex criminal Jeffrey Epstein.
We expect to hear from women who said they survived the abuse of Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell. All of this is really a culmination of accusations which led to a conviction, and now it is up to a judge as to how much time Ghislaine Maxwell will face behind bars.
A court ruling in Michigan upends the indictments of former Governor Rick Snyder and others for the water scandal in Flint. Charlie Langton of affiliate WWJ Detroit.
The Michigan Supreme Court basically said that the judge lacked the authority to issue those indictments and dismissed all the charges against Snyder and the other defendants charged. Governor Snyder is not totally out of the courtroom yet, but later he will have to testify, but in a civil case pending in federal court.
Well, now to San Antonio, where Mayor Ron Nierenberg wants answers to the 48 migrant deaths in the back of an overheated tractor-trailer truck.
Individuals who had families who were likely trying to find a better life.
More than a dozen hospitalized. 3 are in custody in what authorities believe is a case of people smuggling. Overseas, at least 18 died in Russia's missile attack on a shopping mall in central Ukraine. National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan is with President Biden at the NATO meeting in Spain.
Ukraine will be top of mind. Russia's ongoing brutality, most recently on display with this gruesome and horrific attack on the shopping center yesterday.
The U.S. and Russia have each applied new sanctions targeting the other. John Hinckley has a message to the families of those he shot in his failed attempt to assassinate President Reagan in 1981.
I have true remorse for what I did. I know that they probably can't forgive me now, but I just want them to know that I am sorry for what I did.
Hinckley, in his first broadcast interview since a court lifted all restrictions on him, tells CBS's Major Garrett he can't remember the emotions that caused him to do what he did. Wall Street, right now the Dow is up 80 points. The NASDAQ is down 71. The S&P is down 1. This is CBS News.
To do more with a Latitude laptop and provide innovators with the tools to succeed, Dell Technologies recommends Windows 11 Pro for business. For advice and expertise, call 877-ASK-DELL.
Did you book the Townsend's 10th anniversary ticket?
Alona's travel agency is overbooked and experiencing delays. She needs to land a new project manager to clear her business's runways.
Yes, Mrs. O'Hara, we checked. Pygmy goats do not count as emotional support animals.
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. You can schedule and conduct virtual interviews all from your employer dashboard. Earn up to $500 in sponsored job credits by interviewing on Indeed. Visit Indeed.com/credit. Terms and conditions apply.
O'Reilly. This is Sarah's O'Reilly Auto Parts story.
Driving cross-country with 2 young children is ambitious, to say the least. Then our check engine light came on. We pulled into O'Reilly Auto Parts and they tested it. Turned out it was a faulty sensor. They referred us to a great mechanic just down the street, and we were back on the road in no time.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
It'll take some cash to buy a California place that Johnny Cash once called home.
I keep a close watch on this heart of mine.
The secluded ranch-style estate in Ventura, where Johnny Cash and his then-wife Vivian lived in the 1960s, is listed for $1.79 million. Set on 6 acres, the 4,500-square-foot house still features their glitter-painted ceilings, a wall-mounted turntable, a curved brick family room fireplace, and Cash's bathroom with his famous black toilet and the original wallpaper. The real estate agent says the singer's spirit still looms large there. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
NASA wants to experiment with a new orbit around the moon that it hopes to use when astronauts land there again. It's sending up a test satellite later today. It's about the size of a microwave oven. It'll gather data. Steve Kathan, CBS News.
Not just at Christmas, not just when it's convenient, not just when you remember. All year long, Imperial Valley Food Bank is feeding the hungry because hunger is a year-round problem. Help the Imperial Valley Food Bank be the solution. Visit ivfoodbank.org. Be part of the solution.
CBS News presented by the Imperial Valley Food Bank, fighting hunger in Imperial County since 1991. Become a hunger warrior. Contact the Imperial Valley Food Bank.
And now, more of the best oldies on the radio with Carroll Buckley.
He's a radio announcer here, isn't he?
AM 1230.
Yeah, that's right. Have you heard his morning show, Wake Up with Phlegm?
KXO.